was disrespectful.
So they didn't think she looked like a crackhead? Ooh! Yo, what up? This your boy Wizgamb.
It's your girl, Miss Belargo.
It's your boy, 𝘽𝙖𝙩𝙩𝙡𝙚.
And welcome to Certified Talk, the podcast. We don't talk about nothing fake. It's all certified. If you hear here, it's certified and it's stamped. That's how we carrying it right now. How was y'all weekend?
That part.
How was y'all week? Well, not the weekend. How was y'all week?
My week was nice and restful and relaxing. No complaints.
How about you, Buck?
Oh, my week was pretty eventful.
Uh-oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I think I bumped into you at a few events.
Where you was at? I can't even remember.
You know it was
I lost my mind and my cell phone in the same night.
Oh, yeah. You were in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta was a movie. Atlanta.
Onk was... Onk, that's
No,
his-
you left
that's
the
his
day
alter
after,
ego.
though.
After
You didn't
my
come to the
party.
party after the party, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you left the day after, because I'm like, you don't remember you saw me?
Well, I forgot. Yeah, I was in Fashion Week
I
this
forgot
weekend.
about that. Tiff ain't come to nothing.
I was in New York for Fashion Week.
Let's talk about it.
How was Fashion Week?
Fashion Week was good. It was nice to be physically back outside during Fashion Week because the year before everything was virtual fashion shows, just virtual everything. So for everybody to be back outside, that was good.
Yeah, I could dig it.
Had a good time.
I still was outside, though, during the pandemic.
Me too, but
I still was outside. Sorry, y'all. I know y'all, what they call them, the vaccinated, anti-vaccinated people.
Anti-vax.
They don't get mad, but
oh
I
no,
was
the
outside.
anti-vax. Oh yeah.
I had my mask on, though, sometimes.
He's being honest at least.
Sometimes, but I couldn't just stay in the house.
Meanwhile, Buck was outside. I seen him.
Yeah, I
on
was
the stories.
super outside. I ain't had no mask on. Man, every club.
Well, you were in Atlanta, so Atlanta, I feel like either COVID didn't exist in Atlanta or Atlanta just
Atlanta still was open.
Atlanta was wide open this
Wide
whole
open.
pandemic. I don't understand.
COVID don't never exist in Atlanta or Miami.
I don't think nothing exists in Atlanta. No.
Hold up, though.
Even Miami kind of shut down a little bit, but Atlanta ain't take a pause.
Miami had a curfew.
Yeah, Atlanta just was like COVID who.
So speaking of clubs, right?
Right.
So something interesting just came across my phone.
Oh.
So they got these section dashers. they got these people that dash out on sections.
Oh.
So my man Buck sends me this. I'm like, yo, who's dashing out on clubs, on sections? Who? Like, you just leave a chick stuck with the bill?
Yeah, I think we gotta have a section etiquette class for people who try to come to people's sections and run a tab up or whatever, and just leave out and carry it so the people who originally got a section get handle it, man.
So let's just say it's your section, right?
Right.
You got a section. And somebody comes in your section and they like, yo, what up? We over here. But they ain't putting nothing in on the section. We over here. Or you see some chicks that just think they're going to come and get in with your section. Now, my rule with the chicks is if I mess with you, I'm covering the tab. And your friends, whoever with you, I cover the tab. You, your girlfriends, any chick I ever deal with, they know. Like, I got that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My old head always taught me drop that tab on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't even look for nothing in return. Just drop that tab, keep it moving. My old head rump, nice town. You know.
One of the top tier carriers.
Yeah. He told me, I mean, just go ahead, cut that check on the table.
How you feel about it, Tiff? How you feel about
Section etiquette?
Yeah, about females
I'm
expecting to get in?
I got a different. I have a today's perspective versus 90s, 2000 perspective. 90s, 2000, the money was flowing. So as a girl, we never paid for nothing in the club. So if it was guys with sections, you automatically if I knew like y'all, if I knew y'all, we automatically was in the section. That's without a doubt. But today's gentlemen are a little different. They different.
No, we still the same though.
Y'all, but a lot of the time, y'all is not who's necessarily in the club. This younger generation,
because it's burnt out right now.
Half of the time, I see more guys in the section standing on the couches than the girls. The girls is in front of the sections or getting knocked over by guys trying to get to the section.
Right.
With
So
other
as
guys,
a female, that ain't weird to you?
that's super weird. I never understood why you want to have like. As a female, at least my thought was, guys come get dressed, get fly, spend money to impress the bitches. So that's who you want in the section with you. You don't want a whole bunch of guys in the section.
And
However,
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna give you the flip side as a
Go ahead.
female. One of my pet peeves is, especially like with my friends, if there's a big party coming up, and especially if it's a party I know that's catered to sections, meaning like how the layout of the party is sections. Other than that, if you're not in the section, you're gonna be feeling like in the way.
Yeah.
I always have the conversation, are we getting our own section? I don't like to go to a party assuming, oh, so-and-so gonna be there, we in their section. If so-and-so ain't my man, it ain't one of your players, it ain't like my close homie, no. I feel like as females want to be dominant, we want to be winning in any other thing, so it gotta apply that way. We should be able to carry it there too.
You the
That's
first
just-
female I've ever heard say
That's
that.
just my opinion.
Talk that shit.
I've never heard a female say that.
No, females been
No,
been
yeah, let me, yeah.
on the parties we've been having, females
Yeah, I feel
is
you.
been buying the sections out faster than the dudes.
Yeah, way faster.
We
They,
spending the money.
they've been running it up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of boss chicks in
Y'all
Philadelphia
parties
right now.
lit.
They
Yeah,
have.
the party-
Jesus.
Parties lit. Shout out to D-Mac, Matt Wall, Limo. That's how we do.
I was on a party committee. They kicked me off.
Yeah.
Why you want promoting?
She wasn't never around.
I don't know. All I seen is the one day my name was off the flyer. They had just subbed me in. Like I found out like how probably Latoya and Latavia did from Destiny Child. I was out that
She had fashion week every week.
group. I was out that group.
So did y'all see the verses? Fat Joe and
I did.
𝘎𝙧𝙩𝙩𝙡𝙚?
I did.
What do y'all think?
I was satisfied with the verses, and so every time I watch verses, I gotta watch it. One, I like to watch it on the TV, but I
Yeah.
still gotta be on Instagram because I need to be in the comments because that's the
Yeah,
fun
the
of
comments
verses.
be lit.
The comments be lit.
Yeah.
And in the comments, they kept playing around with Ja Rule. Like, we not gonna act like Ja Rule didn't carry.
17 number ones.
Yeah, almost
where we
like
at.
a decade.
You know what that's from though? Cause like for 50 to just destroy them like he did, like they was at the peak, at the top of the top, right?
All right, so good. We gonna really talk about it?
But he just destroyed that whole
He
company.
didn't destroy him though. The feds destroyed Murder Inc.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Now let's be honest.
You're right.
50
you're
alone
absolutely
did
right.
not destroy Murder Inc. The
But-
feds destroyed Murder Inc.
they
That's
did.
who really
They
destroyed
did.
Murder Inc.
50
It
They
wasn't-
did,
part
but
of it.
50,
50 was
50,
a part
had,
of
50 was a
50
part.
turned the people against them.
Yeah,
He did. I'll say that.
50 turned the people against them because it was like one week it was might break me. Then it was many men, many.
No,
many
50. The
men.
crazy
Was
thing that 50
funny?
did, if you sit back and watch it, he ridiculed Ja Rule for singing, then turned around and took his whole formula
What?
and ran with it.
He said, "Niggas screw they face up at me."
That's called
Put
a
on
mad
some real
genius.
shit, so
That
they
is.
don't want beef.
Mad at it.
I got that.
Mad
Aim that
genius.
shit out the window. Spit ain't a shell left in my heat.
You
51
niggas lay
playing.
down.
He sung that shit.
He
Yeah.
did.
He was singing that hard shit like that, bro.
50 was serious from the early 2000s.
But I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
not a rock.
I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with 50. I fuck with 50.
No.
I fuck with 50.
But Ja Rule had hits, man. You
did.
cannot deny the hits
So when they
that man
first
had.
said that they was matching up Fat Joe, I was like, "There's no way Fat Joe don't even have the."
Did you hear what
catalog."
Joe said though?
Yeah.
He said, "I use myself as bait
Yeah, he did. But guess what?
to get his friend a bag."
Fat
And I
Joe,
respect that. I
Fat
respect
Joe
that
got
for Fat
some
Joe.
hits too.
He
go.
have hits, but he don't got.
He got some hits.
He didn't have enough hits
Yeah.
to match with Ja
Cause I want to understand
got
some of
hit,
the
and he
records that Fat Joe was choosing.
playing. Yeah.
Like he went to mixtape Joe. He went to cause Joe got a lot of hardcore records, but Joe got some.
He do got some
lean
hits.
back. He got what's not got to do with anything.
Oh, Fat Joe got a lot
Yeah,
of joints.
Joe
with
got
Johnny.
joints.
I used to go and buy Fat Joe CDs back in
Yo,
the day.
Jealous Ones, Envy.
That was the
Jose.
ones, yep.
Jealous
Yo.
One still envy. Jose.
I ain't gonna lie, I bang with
That's
Joey
my
Crack.
joint, too.
And
I love
he
Fat Joe.
everything he say he is.
He is.
Yeah.
I had one. I got mad at Fat Joe. I gotta say this, Joe. I'm mad at you, Joe.
That is Joe.
I'm not mad at you no more, right? We was backstage at Powerhouse,
Oh.
and I'm a Fat Joe fan. Like I'm a Fat Joe fan. So I'm like, yo, he's walking by. I'm like, yo, that's Fat Joe. I'm like, Joe. I fanned out like, yo, what up, Joe? He just looked at me.
Oh man.
I'm like, oh man.
Hey, listen.
Joe, when next time you see me, Joe, can I get a picture? Shake my hand. I'm a fan, bro. I'm really a Fat Joe
Yeah.
fan. Like, I was so mad that day, dog. I wanted to leave him backstage, man. I was mad at Fat
He a
Joe.
Fat Joe fan and he's not Dusty or crackhead.
See, you gotta realize when you a real nigga, you still.
Oh,
No.
You know what
Don't throw
she
that out
said?
there. Don't throw that out there. But listen, hold up, Wiz. Listen, when you a real nigga, you still a real nigga. So it's always in you, like, if somebody come up to you, like, on some shit like that, you like who this nigga Dickie? And like, you know what I mean? Like, you.
No,
he
Joe,
might, he might look at you like, damn, like.
Listen, then he was with Danny Garcia. I'm like, damn, Danny, tell him who I am. I'm somebody too. Like, damn, Joe, I'm a fan. Like Will Smith, right? One of the biggest stars in the world, right?
Yeah.
Not to get off the versus topic. We'll get back to the versus in a second. But I'm just making this comparison real quick. So I was at this thing that Will Smith was filming. And I said, by any chance, are you gonna hit Brand New Funk again? And he was like, I was like, I never saw you perform before. So he was like, all right, cut the cameras back on. Usually I don't do this, but Wiz just asked me, could I perform Brand New Funk? Because I was a fan of his.
Right.
He performed that song like he was performing it for 100,000 people. But I'm the one that's sitting there.
Right.
Then I worked on Will Smith. He remembered my name, bro.
Right.
And he's one of the biggest stars in the world.
And he ain't just saying that, he got the footage of this.
Yeah, I got the footage.
You got the footage.
Like he
No, Will's
performed
good
it.
people.
He performed it for me, just for me.
Right.
Him and Jeff. Like, then I would start rapping the Brand New Funk with him. He came, grabbed me, and I'm hitting the verses with him.
Right.
Bro, like, I'm gonna put a little segment of this up in the joint, just so they can see this.
Damn, Wiz.
Yeah. Wiz, are you rolling so that he knows that this is... Hold on, Jeff. This is the first time ever that I'm taking a request. He asked to hear Brand New Funk, so we had rehearsal.
Oh, man.
So,
I'm like a kid in the candy.
so here we go.
No videos, guys.
No posting.
No, we already know that.
Yeah. Yo, let me talk to you. Let me have a word with you. If you're doing something else, I hope I'm not disturbing you. But if I am, so what? Stop it. Cause me and Jeff are about to go rockin'. We are musical, magical, radical. No small letters in our names, only capitals. It's unbelievable, inconceivable that we'll ever be defeated. Impossible. We ain't no brand new group, but so what, man? That's why we got hundreds of millions of fans. I'm the prince, this is my crew. You thought that it was old, you're wrong. It's new.
Like, it was incredible.
Just for me.
So back to verses, right?
Harris joint.
So that wasn't a shot. That was my segue into what.
So what you
I'm
think?
not mad
What you
at
think
Joe
about
no more
that?
because he apologized. But no, I felt like that was disrespectful.
So they didn't think she looked like a crackhead?
No,
I'm just
I
asking.
mean, I don't feel like.
I'm just asking that because I
What does a
want to know.
crackhead look like?
We know what a crackhead look like.
I'm just saying.
Everybody know what a crackhead look like.
Okay, she was
But I think
thin in
Vita-
appearance,
I think
but
Vita
Vita
always
has
was
always
skinny.
been skinny. So let's be honest.
Yeah.
She wasn't skinny like
Okay.
saggy skinny. Look at her
All right,
stomach.
listen,
She had a
this is
six
the main,
pack.
this is the main point of what they were saying. Was they or was they not out on the stage before he even said that though?
That I don't know because I wasn't paying attention.
He said, "Don't bring them dusty crackhead." Something like
So
I was cracking
in the
up. yo.
comments, from what I see in the comments on Instagram when it was flying back and forth, is that he already had saw Mo at least. I don't know about Vita, but he saw Mo at least on the way into the building when versus first started. Because he
Right.
spoke to Mo and gave her a hug. Remy admitted that.
Okay.
So for you to say that you was just saying it in general, you didn't know who was backstage. You clearly knew Lil Mo was backstage.
He might not have known Vita was.
He
back
might
there,
not
though.
know Vita was backstage. They didn't. Nobody ever.
But when he
established that.
said what he said, he might have been more so.
But I
towards
think he was
Vita.
joking though.
I really
Just my opinion.
per what he said, and I don't see.
I think it was
I have
joking.
never really seen that side of Fat Joe to be just a jackass.
Joe too thorough to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
from
Except
what
for
he
that
said,
one incident. That one incident, Joe.
It wasn't-
from what he said, he was saying it was like like when
I
you
don't
on the
think
block and you
Yeah, just
you
talking
busting shots,
shit.
you talking
Yeah,
shit. He
I
said
think
he
it
was
was
court
playing.
in the moment.
I
He
mean,
was
it wasn't
playing,
playing.
and
He
it
talking
wasn't.
shit.
He ain't say that about Ashanti though.
Yeah,
Oh, he said
Shanti,
that about
You
Shanti.
see how Nelly looked at her?
Shanti carried that shit.
Nelly looked at her like,
Nelly seen the Shanti and got the stomping in them Air Force
he want
Ones,
that old
okay?
thing off.
Straight across the
Y'all
stage.
ever seen the old joint that y'all wanted
He
back like
want
that?
that old thing back.
Y'all ever seen the old joint that y'all wanted back like that?
Don't lie, yeah.
Let me think. Did I see
Yes.
somebody I wanted? Did I see him while I wanted them
Yeah.
back?
I saw
Not
her
in
last
person.
week. I wanted her back.
Oh, I know you talking.
I wanted her back. Come back home, baby.
See,
Come
I'm
back to
a
Papa.
petty want you back. I sometimes I just want people back when they hear somebody else, just to know I could get you back.
Why is
And
it,
I get you back.
why is
I
it
don't
like
want
that
it.
with women? What's wrong with y'all?
No,
Y'all,
we competitive.
Man, women don't want no. When they know what kind of man you are, they don't want no other woman to get that.
and when they know that sausage you giving out and somebody else getting,
It's not it all the time.
yeah, that's for the most part.
But you got most women. I don't know, because today's women are a little bit different. They're like more demanding and more. Like, you see how Ashanti said, what she say?
She said she had a
This-
boyfriend.
she's like, Nelly's single, and she said, I ain't.
So
sorry, Nelly.
That's right.
no, but
But
you
most
heard
women
that,
today
no,
is
but
like
you heard
that.
that it was a but still behind that. So I don't really feel like Ashanti's her not being
Nelly
single.
might get that. Nelly a Scorpio too.
I don't feel like her
like-
not being single was the reason, because
Right,
after
Nelly a
that she
Scorpio.
said too, they ended off in a gray area, and there was a lot of things that were not settled. So her response there, and as a woman reading into another woman, she still got issues that she feels some type of way. So it was I feel on her, and it was more so.
Get it together.
Don't try to spin the block now, nigga.
But you know what? Women are more dangerous than men are.
Oh, for
because
sure.
they can double back. They can be married, happily married, all that.
you
and
gonna take
double
us
back.
back.
They can go ahead. They can be happily in love with their marriage, all that. But still, it's just a nigga that's from before.
It's a show.
That might have
y'all
just
should
been that
watch
one.
That's based upon that. It's on Netflix.
Sex Drive.
Sex Drive.
Sex
Yo,
Drive.
listen, I binge watched
Hey,
it.
listen.
Sex Drive.
I'ma watch that, but
That
listen.
is the whole premise of Sex Drive.
It's
Yeah.
still they still let a nigga
the-
hit
oh,
while
I
they
can't tell the
married
whole show in case
everything
somebody- in case
that,
somebody
that
watch
just
it.
they got a thing for.
That was the
They
premise.
gotta get it out of their system, or
was
might
the
gotta
premise.
keep getting it out of their system.
Because I think so. I think another thing is too, and this might be an issue to ask men. As a woman, you might always have that one person that you was maybe sexually compatible, like completely sexually compatible with.
Right.
But that might not be the perfect mate.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find a perfect mate. And I know in experience, I have had issues with being in a relationship where once you get in a relationship, a guy puts you in like a certain box, and now he looks at you a certain way, so it's stuff that's off the table.
I don't want you to change. When you deal with me, right? I already know the animal I'm dealing with. So it's like, if
Of
you
course, you
change,
never experienced the animal.
but if you
Yeah.
change, but I don't. How I meet you, I don't want. Like, if I meet
But
you,
that's the
like,
thing. Even as a man, every woman you had encounters with has not had the same version of Wiz. I'm 100%
no,
sure.
never.
Right.
Like, I'm be perfectly honest with y'all. The woman I be dipping on, like, kind of seeing or whatever, I've never felt this way about another woman in my life.
Oh wow.
Ever. Like,
Oh,
when I say not ever, and I like, I loved some women before, but not like that.
And listen,
Not like that. Like,
I'm gonna chime in on
like
this
my
one.
mind, like she stimulated my mind.
Yeah.
She like put the battery in my back, like, go
Right.
get
That's
it.
important.
We had
Right.
talks like.
That's important.
So a lot of what I'm doing right now is because of talks that we had, and my homie, no lie, like, use who you are, and because you help everybody else off of your name, so use your own shit to get your shit.
Mm-hmm.
And since I did that, everything went like,
You want to give her a shout out real quick?
no,
no,
I ain't doing that.
no.
She already knows who she is. I don't think I say her name. I don't gotta say her name.
My man,
She know,
I mean,
and she my friend too at the same
Yeah.
time.
That's important.
She's my friend. Like,
Do she have a brand? Like, you give her a little dirt big up real quick.
no, I ain't doing
No,
that.
that's gonna say out there.
I ain't doing that.
He always trying to set
No,
throw
he
somebody under the bus.
he listen. He always
Like,
trying to set
bro.
me up. Like, I made this
Yeah, her
statement.
brand.
We talked before, and I said something, right?
What you say?
I said I don't like a
Look.
certain thing.
Yo,
I don't like to use a certain thing.
What's that?
I'm not saying.
He not saying.
I think I remember. I think it was condoms you said.
Oh my god.
That you ain't like it.
Oh my god.
Let's get a little bit more deeper into
No. What you saying to?
No, so what I was saying is I could see.
Fuck crazy.
To your point, I can see how that happens. But I think in the same reverse side, I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's just a human thing.
Right.
You might have somebody from your past that you still just have a connection with that. All right, maybe y'all might not have work relationship wise, but that don't mean a connection.
Nah, when I'm done, I'm done.
Hold up. I'm gotta say two things.
I swear, when I'm done, it be
I gotta say two things. For one,
because I love too hard.
chicks can post their nigga on social media
I don't post
all
mine.
day, every day, bigging him up, bang, bang, bang. He the world, this my world, all
What
that.
chick you know doing that?
Yeah,
A
who
whole
does
lot.
that? Oh.
They
But
no
listen,
face and no trace in it. Cause they don't, when you got a solid dude, when you got a certain type
First
of
of
dude,
all, I'm not. I'm not posting.
they no
you.
face and no trace.
Sorry, let me
like-
get
Cause
let me
I'm
get
not.
into my
Y'all
shit.
going, if y'all
Go
gonna
ahead.
find out who my man is, y'all gonna do your own investigation. I ain't
I
giving
know who
y'all
your man
hoes.
is, Tiff.
I'm not giving y'all hoes the map to get to him, so he won't. I'm not posted. You don't get posted on my page.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's one. They would do post him every day, and still had a nigga on the side banging the back door out.
Okay, and the same thing about guys.
Hold up.
How many
I'm not
guys
finished.
post girls all
I'm
day
not-
and
I'm
then
not finished.
be in your DM
I got one more thing to say.
with their wife and kids as the Avy, but
Oh,
still
damn.
in my
Oh,
DM.
damn.
It be in your
Shots
DMs.
fired. Bang, bang,
Same.
bang. Bang, 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 bang,
I got
bang.
one more thing to say.
Don't
Go
put it on
ahead.
just the lady.
Everybody just keep asking me, am I hitting Tiff? Me
No.
and Tiff is just friends.
Just friends.
I had over 10 people literally
I
ask
know
me.
everybody think that we
What?
sleeping with each other.
Yeah, I had over
They
10
do.
people.
They
Like,
out
really
of
do.
pocket.
I don't
Really
know
think
why.
me and
They
Buck
out
can
of
sleep with
pocket.
each other.
We don't even, you know what I mean? I got a whole glow and shit, you know what I mean?
So what you trying
What is he trying?
what you trying to say?
Hold up. Hold it.
No, Tiff my nigga, if she don't get no bigger, that's
Yeah,
it.
I don't feel like we even look at each other
She
like
one
that.
of the homies. Yeah,
All
we
right,
don't
so
look at each other
so
like
since we on
that. You did have that baby suit on one
Since
time.
we
but
talking
go
about-
Oh my God.
and since we in that relationship area and talking about little sexual things, how do y'all feel about? I want to say this the right way because you know cancel culture is so crazy right now,
Okay.
and they be acting weird and crazy. How do y'all feel about this Little Nas X situation? He just recently was on the Breakfast Club, and they asked him something about kids. Like, I want to get it right because I don't like to misquote anything because this certified talk, and we want to say things that's certified. So he said, F them kids, or even in a joking manner, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if Boosie would have said, F them gays, or F them, I don't even want to use the word faggot because I got a gay brother and I don't want to offend him or anybody else. I don't want to offend no people. But he said, if Boosie would have said that, bro, everybody would have been gunning for Boosie neck. Even if he said it as a joke.
Right.
Cancel culture would have been going crazy. So when Lil Nas X made that statement, they laughed, ha ha ha, ki. And I'm like, damn, he could say that, but why Boosie can't say what he want to say? An opinion is an opinion.
Right.
I got the I got what he was trying to say, but I feel like his delivery was way off, and
Right.
how he said it was way off. So what he was trying to say, or what he elaborated after he said that, was that life is too short. He has to live in his truth. So he's not a role model, and basically F them kids and F what you think.
I get
But
that.
I'm gonna go back to was it who was it that said they wasn't, what basketball player was it that you say they wasn't a role model? Was it AI or
Charles Barkley was big on that.
so I get that you're saying you're not a role model, but let's
are.
but you are, and let's be clear. Like
Yeah, no matter
you
what,
you
you a
have
role
put
model.
yourself in an industry where you have, whether you want it or not, you have some type of responsibility. You're in the limelight. This is how you make your money. You could, if you don't want to be a role model, you could choose. There's a million other occupations you could do, but that's what comes along with it. So it can't be okay when the money is being made, but then like when social responsibility has to come, now you're not a role model.
Here's my thing with that, right? So you could do things like talk about drugs and have drug use in your records. You could degrade women and talk about women in your records, right? But the minute you say something about gay people or a certain type of person, it's an issue. So it's like you can't carry it the same way on everything.
All right, look.
Like you can't
But
just
on the
carry
flip
it that
side,
way
so
on
now,
that.
So we gonna play devil's advocate on the flip side the same way. So I feel like the bigger talk or the bigger conversation was this whole him appearing pregnant and giving birth to the album, that it's confusing to kids. I personally am not homophobic. I have several gay friends, gay family members. I'm truly one that believes what you do in your bedroom is what you choose to do in your bedroom. It has nothing to do with me.
It's your
To
own
each his
business.
own. However, I think that the media has gotten, not even just this, so that I'm going to make my point of where I'm going, not even with just homosexuality, but I feel like the media has gotten so loose. Like, I'm personally not a parent, but if I was a parent, it's beyond like parental discretion. I saw a parent like make up a whole post that she was in the living room. She heard her child watching what she thought was a cartoon, and the cartoon was talking about my two dads. Like the one little kid character was talking about
new cartoons
right.
like that.
So I just feel like the media has desensitized so many
Bert and
things.
Ernie was
like, give me a choice of what I'm ready to talk to my kids about.
I don't think
Give
so.
me a choice of
No, they
what
made 'em a couple.
conversations. Yeah, they made Bert and Ernie a couple now on
They
Sesame
made
Street.
him a couple.
Wow.
Yeah. It
So
got wild.
give me a choice. Like, it's like they force feeding these kids, and not to say it's nothing wrong with homosexuality, but maybe at 5 years old I'm not ready to have this conversation with my child.
And you shouldn't be ready to have that
But on the
conversation
flip
with a
side,
5-year-old.
let's talk about on the flip side. If we feel that same outrage about Lil Nas being pregnant, why don't we feel the same outrage about Future talking about lean all day? About this whole
I don't
I
like
don't know
none
what
of
they
that
call
shit.
it,
I
this
do.
Chirac
Drill
music,
music.
this whole drill music
don't
with
like none of
guns and
that
stuff in the
shit.
video.
Look at what
it has to be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like none of
Hold
that
them the
shit.
same.
Look at what happened in the schools this week. Like
Grats.
we was talking behind the scenes.
Yes.
And what did you say, Tiff, about those shootings?
That
The schools
a
had to
high
close?
school. So for everybody who's not in Philadelphia, one of our main high schools, well now is a charter school, but it's a high school, had to shut down school for 3 days. So kids,
Simon
we at the
Gratz.
beginning of the school year, they had to shut school down for 3 days because in the past week, 4 students have been shot, 3 of which have been killed. And
Dang.
they actually had posted a text between a student and a teacher where the other student is friends of the 4 students who have been shot, and is basically, he was like pleading with the teacher for his life. Like, he's scared because he feels like he's going to be next. He doesn't know what to do next. And I can't imagine as a parent of a high schooler or a high schooler, like, to be in that mind frame, in that situation. Like, that's too heavy for these kids to have to deal with.
That's sad. That
Super
is
sad.
really
Yeah,
sad.
I gotta buck out about mine.
Like our culture, like it's like the music influences our kids
It does.
to do drugs, to kill each other, to be misogynistic towards women, to disrespect our women. Like, the black woman is the black man's biggest treasure. Like, without them, like, just think about how things was back in the day. And I know this ain't back in the day, and a lot of young people and people be like, oh, them old niggas, they be on some bullshit. Old niggas be hating, saying all that. No, we not hating, but it's a certain respect level that you have to have. You feel what I'm saying? Then the powers that be don't care. So they gonna keep promoting a certain type of music because it's hurting our people. Our kids are the ones that's dying. Our men and women are dying. Our women are being disrespected. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean-
it keep us at odds.
I
It
mean,
does.
let me say this, Wiz. It's like I ain't gonna sugarcoat it at all. The white people run the industries, and this is what they're mainly promoting is this new drill music.
Well,
So
did
the-
y'all see? Well, Wiz is in the industry.
Tiff,
Is you going there?
give me a
Oh,
second.
I'm sorry.
They're promoting this drill music for us to kill each other. Now you got everybody, all the kids in Philadelphia, Chirac,
Every neighbor,
Atlanta, every
every
neighborhood.
hood, every major
They
urban
didn't-
city in the
they done
country
made it cool
is on it.
thinking
Killing's a fad
to
right
do
now.
drugs and
Yes.
kill each other.
It's the
Because
popular
I never
thing.
knew when doing drugs was cool.
This don't seem
You know how we used to
A
look at
bit.
drug addicts when we
Back
come,
in the day, it
Right.
was
us growing up.
like a
Right.
flea.
How do we look at drug?
Like
Right.
a flea.
This
Ew.
pill head.
we was the pushers, never the
Never the takers.
never the users.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is-
You know what I'm saying? They made it different now.
They
like
made
Well, it's this whole urban legend. I don't know. I'm not in the music industry, but it's this legend. It's this urban legend about an artist, and they always keeps this artist remains nameless. He put out a letter about a secret meeting he was invited to of the industry,
Yeah.
where the record labels
I know this story. Yeah.
promoted the agenda
Mhm.
that they were going to start what we call hardcore gang music. And the agenda was to push this message out into the black communities. So one, it could promote violence, but two, to a lot of the record labels own private prisons. So it can keep the prisons full so they can continue to make money. Now, I don't know how true
That's
it is.
definitely an urban legend. Like,
But
I've heard
it
this.
sounds about
But
right.
I'm gonna tell you this: do it sound different from the Willie Lynch letter?
No,
At all.
But if you, in the Willie Lynch letter, it speak about things like you
The
can
same
control
thing that's going
people.
on right now.
Right now, you could control people.
No,
by,
he said you could control the black folks by putting them against each other.
yeah.
And this is what we're doing right
And
now.
as long as we're against each other, we won't get far.
We won't. If we,
As long as we keep killing. But
could
just
unite-
think about everything around us, though.
Right.
Everything around our people
Right.
is crazy. Our women are being over-sexualized. So they think they got to show things or twerk or get naked on social media to become famous. Or go on OnlyFans and do all these different
Right.
things. Like, y'all beautiful, man. Y'all don't got to do all that, man.
Let's backtrack to
Y'all
the
beautiful.
to the Lil Nas X and the homosexuality. We recently had Russell Westbrook
Oh,
had
yeah.
a dress on.
It was a
Yeah.
kilt, not a dress.
I mean, for the most part,
I don't know. It look like a dress to me.
it
was
looked like
a
a
kilt.
dress.
I never seen a kilt that long.
It was Tom Brown. It was a kilt.
So they try to have our black men in
Emasculated.
wigs and dresses and demasculine our masculinity. Like, I don't think that's cool at all, and we keep fighting for a check.
So you got a dominant black male who's worshipped in the basketball world, and he's an icon,
Right.
Right. So younger dudes coming up see this man. Like, it's cool for him to be in a dress. Like, to each his own.
Right.
To each his own. I don't have nothing against whatever you want to do. Go ahead and do it. But, like, come on, man. Like, I'm tired of seeing our men portrayed in a certain way.
I don't believe LeBron
I'm
will ever do
tired-
nothing like that.
LeBron's never gonna wear a dress.
LeBron a real man. He a real dude.
So now,
I don't got LeBron.
you got to be careful with that thought process.
I don't think LeBron ever do it. I don't think, at least
No,
me.
not to say not. I ain't talking about that he wouldn't do it. To say that he's a real man. We are in an age where in
Well, hold
2021.
on. Let's take it to AI. AI is never going to do that.
I'm not saying
and
that
AI
we
ain't
wouldn't
from
know.
Philly, but
AI
he's from
would
Philly.
never.
I'm just saying
Would
too,
never.
you
AI
can't
would
say
never.
somebody's not a real man
never.
because they're in a dress or they're homosexual.
I
It don't
mean,
make.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No.
You didn't. I want him.
Hold on.
That's not what I said.
Listen.
I didn't say that. What I said
didn't
was
say
to
Hold
each
up.
his own.
Okay.
But
Tiff trying to take me to where. But
I'm
how?
not, that's
hold
what
up.
you said.
No, but
So I want you to. In case anybody's watching and get offended,
Yeah.
I know you personally, so I don't believe that's what you meant.
yeah, you don't have a hate bone in your body.
no. It's
don't
not a
believe
such
that's what
thing as a. I don't even know how to put that because a real man. Well, I don't know. You saying?
And his
I'm saying
opinion.
it's a,
That's
my
his opinion. And his opinion, he feels as
Opinion.
though let's do a poll real quick.
Yeah.
How many men, right?
so maybe say a heterosexual man wouldn't wear it. But okay, so
Right.
let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that
If we
part.
talking about the dresses, what's the difference between the dresses and the handbags? What's the difference?
I don't own a handbag.
I don't.
Y'all
I don't
but
feel as though that
this
shit
younger
is-
generation is running around with handbags.
It's just.
and I'm not
spooky.
talking about just
So
the
you
man.
don't- you don't
man
think
bag.
it's done by
you
design?
Have somebody,
Exactly. That's
No,
what
I
I'm saying.
agree.
That's
You
a
have
part of the
somebody
Willie
like-
Lynch joint.
what's
It's
his
like
name? Gunna had on a jumbo Chanel bag, like a full
Never gonna
female's
do it.
pocketbook. Not
Gunna is the same. I don't know.
Never gonna do it.
This is certified talk.
okay.
And I believe I heard an interview with Gunna said that he gave head or something for his rent, to pay his rent.
Oh, I never heard that.
We gotta look that up.
We're gonna look
Yeah,
that
We
up.
gotta look that up to get into that.
I didn't hear that.
Because
We're gonna look it up. 'Cause it's certified talk. We don't want to
It's
say
certified
nothing
talk.
that ain't
You know what I'm saying?
certified.
Not
We
certified.
celebrate the
We
certified.
can't.
here.
We can't. Yeah, I mean, you can't say you're a man and don't stand on being a man. A man, you get out there and do what you gotta do. You ain't bowing down. You ain't getting on your knees like no chump. You're gonna do what you gotta do to make ends
Listen.
meet, though.
But
I'd rather go. Excuse my French, but I'd rather go sell a drug.
Right.
I'd rather go do something else than to get on my knees and.
Well, at
ain't
this
gonna
point,
happen,
right
Cap.
now, there's so many jobs that's opening.
Yeah, and you can go get hired somewhere.
You can go get hired anywhere
no,
right now.
okay, but
They
I
can't
feel
even
like,
use the
so
line.
here's where I
I'm
feel
just
like,
saying, if my
here's where I
back's
feel
against the
like
wall, I
our
can't get a
conversation
job.
is going left. But let me just
Okay.
say where I feel, because we're making the assumption that Russell Westbrook didn't wear this dress willingly. How?
No, he wore it willingly. I'm not saying he did.
That might be.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
We don't know.
Sometimes everything you do ain't good.
I agree.
For our community, like our men are being portrayed a certain way.
Right.
Me personally, I am tired of seeing our men portrayed that way. I don't want to look at a strong black man or my son or my nephews looking at a man wearing a dress and think that that's, I'm wearing me a dress. I can't wait to get me. I don't want to see that. Me personally, I don't want that to be the role model for my sons.
All right. So here's where I'm torn, because in context, what y'all are saying is, so are we saying that homosexual men is still not strong black men?
No, that's not what I'm saying. My brother, I'm gonna keep it 100, 1,000. My brother, my older brother, who showed me a zillion and one things, showed me how to live, showed me how to fight, everything. Told me, a man works, a man does this. My brother's gay. He married his longtime lover, his mate. My brother's married to a man. He's gay. You feel me? When you see my brother's sturdy. He's still a man. I still look at him the same way. I look at my brother the same way. You feel me? He's no different. He's just gay. His sexual preference is just different.
So it's not the homosexual part, it's the dress.
No, it's not.
Of
it's
men
not.
identifying as
So,
women, is that, like, I'm trying to get...
Here's my issue. The powers that be just feels the need to keep portraying black men that way.
Okay.
That's my issue.
I agree.
That's my only issue. You can do what you want. You can wear what you want. But the powers that be, like, we got to smarten up. Because our men are being looked at a certain way.
Right.
Our men are being looked at like, it's crazy to me. Like, some people might get offended by what I'm saying, but that's just my opinion. Like I said, my brother's gay. I have gay cousins. I have a bunch, not a bunch, but it's a few gay people in my family. You feel me? There's a few gay males, and they all sturdy and strong. They carry it how they carry it.
Yeah.
You feel me? They'll break you up. They will knock you clean out.
I don't believe just because who you dip your nuggets in that defines.
Yeah, that's your sexual preference.
Yeah, that don't define like who you really are. I mean, there's a lot of dudes in
My
jail
brother's super strong.
that's gangster, but they can still run up in your yams when they get a craving.
I'm just saying, when she asked the question that do I think if a man, just because a man's gay, that he can't be a strong black man? Yeah, he's a strong black man. But it's some gay dudes that I think that you won't ever see because they believe in that they're strong black men. I don't think that they want to be portrayed in a way that they don't want the masses to put them out there like that. They probably want them to, because they believe in blackness. They believe in what we doing. They believe in our culture. They believe in black men being portrayed a certain way. If I'm gonna try to get my brother up here. I'm gonna try to get my brother up here because if you meet him, he's a sturdy black man. His sexual preference don't have nothing to do with, but he's so sturdy and strong, and he believe in our people. You feel what I'm saying? He don't. You know, they got this thing where they say people try to compare the gay agenda to the civil rights agenda. They try to compare the two. To me, you can't compare the two. You feel me? Because however gay people feel, that's their right. They have their belief of how their right should be. The civil rights movement was fighting for our lives. Not to say that gay people don't feel like they fighting for their lives, because I don't know. I don't know what their agenda is. But I'm just saying, watching what we watch, like our people were being persecuted, murdered, slaughtered, lynched.
Right.
Our women was being raped. You feel what I'm saying?
But you know what? With the gay community though, they like every time they just feel so offensive about everything though. It's like, and I got a gay family as well, but it's like y'all feel so offensive. Like, me, I like to talk shit. I like to joke. I like to buzz. I'm going to talk my shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk to Tiff, you, anybody. I'm going to talk my shit.
Yeah, Buck will bait y'all into saying something too, just to let y'all know.
He's good at that.
He'll bait you into saying
but
something.
they get so offensive about, because you know what I'm thinking? It's like they get offended like that's not. They automatically think this is not who I'm supposed to be. You not thinking this is who I'm supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying?
I think everybody's too sensitive right now.
Yeah, the world is.
Everybody's too sensitive
What
right
happened
now.
to the First Amendment?
Exactly. You're supposed to be able to say what you want, speak freely, however you want to say
freedom
it.
of speech, but you get canceled for saying something about some gay people.
And I ain't even just talking about gay people. Black people in general right now are sensitive as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
Y'all, our people be complaining, but ain't doing shit about it.
You
man.
know who was sensitive as fuck as well?
Who?
And I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people feelings gonna be hurt or whatever.
Oh Lord.
The fucking police. The
Hey.
police is sensitive as fuck because you know what?
They've been getting caught lately.
They been getting caught, and then they think, for the most part, we got black police that'll fuck with us and think we just some hoods because we dress or whatever.
Yeah.
Car, whatever. You got a nice car. Why the fuck I ain't got this car? You know what I mean? Why I ain't driving this? How you got a $60,000, $80,000 car? And I work every day and I ain't got. I heard them say it before.
Wow.
I used to be in a different life.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of hater police talk some shit like they be so mad in their feelings like, and I ain't got no problem with the police. Shout out to y'all or the good ones.
The good one.
Is it good ones?
Just everybody
believe
stop
it's
being
good
so
ones.
sensitive
It's
and
a-
get back to being sturdy.
It's
Friend of
the,
mine is a cop. She's a good cop.
your friend of yours.
Start being sturdy again, man.
I ran down on the cop before in a good way.
Oh God.
She kept the belt on
Nah,
with the holster and stuff.
The whole uniform was on the back of the chair on the joint.
Damn.
Yeah.
She just came in and dropped the whole uniform.
Yeah.
See what
Damn.
I'm stuck in the middle of.
So when I say fuck the police, that's the only time I say fuck the police in a good way.
Let me ask you this though, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just like a snitching rule, like how people. Is this a snitch?
Okay.
So
Probably so.
we was in here, me, Mike Knox, Baby Man, my man Pooh. Shout out to y'all. So we was having this conversation about dry snitching.
Right.
So it's this clip that went up on Instagram. So somebody's stealing all these Red Bulls or whatever. So the person is filming them like
They stealing what?
Red
Red
Bulls.
Bulls.
They stole every Red Bull in the joint, put them in their shirts. So the person was watching them. The person's watching them. They got out the store or whatever, got away. Then they posted the video up. So they said the person the person got caught. So is that dry snitching because you put that video up of that person stealing?
That's not
So I'm
dry
gonna say
snitching.
no.
That's
In this area-
snitching.
I don't even think
By
it's
putting
that.
that video up?
That's snitching.
I say it's dry snitching.
No, it's snitching.
I'm gonna
because-
say it's neither.
But
and
they were
here's
trying to
why.
do it as humor.
It's humor.
They're trying to do it
We're
as
in a
humor.
culture.
But you gotta be mindful. If you in
But
the
they're
streets,
not mindful.
Not in today's
But it's
culture.
not in today's culture. It's
In
no
today's
mindful.
culture, they ain't
In
gonna be
today's
I
mindful.
hate
culture.
today's
So
culture.
for instance,
by the way,
it's a
By the
page
way.
911 Philly that I don't follow none of these pages
Yeah.
by the way. But somebody sent me something off of 911 Philly, so I go to the page. And I was perplexed at the page of how many like shootings where it's people on the ground and like the person has filmed like somebody's dying and you're filming. So
Yeah.
I just feel like we live in
It's
a
different.
society now where the first thing people think to do is pull their cameras out. They don't have the afterthought of, for instance, like the two little boys that was fighting in Franklin, the one that pulled out a gun. Somebody taped it.
I
So the
ain't
boys
see
on
that.
tape shooting at
I ain't
somebody.
see that.
But I'm sure the person who taped it and posted, their intent wasn't to tell on the shooter.
Right.
Their intent was just they posting something traumatic that's happening. That is the area. The era we're in is they film everything.
because they reckless.
They are.
You can't be
They
filming.
are.
Back in the day, it wasn't. That's what. And you know what's crazy? Because that's what Nipsey said before he even got killed. Nipsey was saying, he said, "Damn, we can't." He said the same alleyway or whatever the joint he
Yeah.
got killed. He said we can't. He said, "Look, all these cameras up." It wasn't no cameras back in the day, so he was like, "Go get down."
Yeah.
But the camera, he was like, "We got cameras up here right now." He was like, "I ain't worried about nothing. Ain't nobody coming through killing with no cameras."
Yeah, you're gonna see everything.
He said that. And guess what happened? He still got killed with
in
the
front of
cameras
it,
right
in
there.
front of the camera.
But even somebody taped that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that was taped. Even
Rest in
even
peace,
you got
Nipsey.
to rest
Yeah,
in peace,
goat.
Nipsey. Even if you even
Yeah.
think of that, we were even having a conversation of that, of just understanding where we're at today versus then. Imagine if in 95, 96 and 97, you would have seen Tupac get killed on Instagram. Like
Oh
we seen
my
Tupac
God.
cold killing.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
seen
Biggie.
Biggie get killed
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
Listen, I ain't gonna.
Like I seen a Nipsey video that was traumatizing for me.
Tupac
Traumatizing.
might have been the only rapper that really affected me getting killed. That shit really like hurt a little bit. You know, if I don't know a person personally, that shit don't bother me. Now I see everybody post like just for the clickbait or whatever to fill some get some likes. They post everybody get killed. Everybody get killed every day. Somebody posting it. They just want to be the first ones to post it and say, "Oh yeah," so everybody else can
Searching, finding the pictures like, oh, let me see.
No, but I feel
Yeah.
like
Let me put 'em
Oh,
up
I should have
first.
answered your call.
Yeah.
If I would have known this was the last, all that bullshit. No, stay sturdy to a person.
But I'm
while they
saying
here.
of how people take things, like of just the invade, like just where we're at, and like you said, people are reckless.
Yeah.
Even if we still take Nipsey, they filmed Lauren London arriving at the hospital. Like that's a personal,
I didn't
private
even see
moment.
that
Yeah,
part.
So
all
do
that
you
was
feel
on
as though?
Instagram.
So do you feel as though personal privacy now is?
Here is none.
It's invaded. Like it's a non-existent thing.
I'm glad you said that. How do you feel about being in a relationship? Is it personal privacy left in a relationship?
It should be.
It should be. For me, I don't post my significant other on Instagram.
Okay, this is my thing.
Because I don't feel like
If you
Instagram
go out-
is a place.
If
for,
you go out of
for
your
my
house,
relationship.
you feel comfortable leaving your significant other in your house and she won't rummage through your shit?
She got keys to my house.
Oh, that's different.
She could go there when she want.
I feel like
So you
when
don't care about privacy. You ain't got nothing in there to
I don't
hide.
got nothing to
you
hide.
shouldn't be hiding nothing. If you're in a relationship, it's nothing like we shouldn't.
Like what? Let me explain something to you.
And if I'm doing something, I'm careful enough that I'm not leaving
when I
it in
deal
the
with
house.
somebody,
so you
right?
just going to search
Right.
and you're
when I
not
deal
going
with
to find nothing.
somebody,
Right, but that's not even your girl.
Hypothetically.
Hold on. Let's get into. That's not even your girl that got the keys. We gonna get into that part. Yeah, I mean, like,
Let's talk about that. That's a good question. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
let's talk about
it.
that.
So is.
That's beyond
What's
me.
going on with? What's up with? I'm going to ask both men. What's up with men? Why? Let me before I ask you what's up with men. Let me ask the first question. Why?
This dude
you
Buck is crazy.
you already have admitted that you've never felt this way about a woman. She put the bear in your back. She's amazing. Why is she not yours? Why haven't you stamped it yet?
who said I didn't?
Good question. You say you single.
'Cause you
Just,
said you single.
yeah, come on, make your
No,
mind up.
what you tell y'all talking about my post? Cause maybe
Yeah, so you ain't-
why y'all want my personal life to be?
Sorry, I mean,
Here
we
y'all
all-
go.
How you been
Well,
weird
we
to
I'll put it to
me?
you like
using
this.
you as an example.
No, I'll put it to you like this. Sometimes you deal with a person and you don't deal with them no more. Y'all might be dealing with each other, then y'all like, you know what, we gonna chill. It ain't working. We break up or whatever. She go do her, you do you. However it go. And then y'all might decide, you know what, ain't nothing out there. And then you get back and then you link back in. You feel what I'm saying? Because like, for real, there is nothing out here.
It's
It ain't.
not.
Like, all
It
the
is
women,
not.
like, Buck, you and I know each other well.
Right.
Tiff, we know each other well. Just think about how many chicks that have been passed around with a bunch of dudes that you know. And then
Right.
for you, how many dudes you know that been passed around with all the chicks? Like, we all know all the it girls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So that
They've been around. Everybody, you get a turn, he get a turn, they get a turn, we get a turn, everybody get a turn.
But
It's
that brings my question up. How do if you feel that way, how
me,
do
it
we
don't
get to
matter.
the level where they get the key?
I'm gonna tell you why, right?
Because we live in an era where a chick can be persuaded to lie on you like, you know what I mean, like it's nothing.
She
That's
would
character.
never.
Like a shape up.
She would never.
And that comes down to
she would
character,
never.
you
She'll
know.
bury you first before. She'll bury you first before you.
And
even
this goes
attempt.
back to what I was saying.
She would bury you. Like,
You're not listening.
I
When-
believe.
This was what I go back to saying, when a chick can be married to her man and still getting dick on the side.
The same way a man. That
Men
we
do
don't
it
wanna
too.
keep
No,
doing that,
you're not
yes.
listening. You're not
Men do it
listening.
too.
Yeah, so if they can do that, what makes you think they won't feel, because their heart get involved way more than our heart get involved. So what makes you think that they won't, another nigga dropping his dick off every other night, dropping way more than what you doing, Lamborghini, the doors, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Because
He can have it lined up.
No, the actions
I'm not
you're
giving my
talking-
keys
the
up,
actions
dog.
you're- Hold on, let me.
I'm not giving my keys up.
Sit back.
You
I
got
got
that.
this. I got this. The actions you are talking about has nothing to do with cheating. The actions you're talking about comes down to character.
Exactly.
If somebody is either in you or it's not in you. I don't care how in love I am. There's no man on this earth that can convince me to set anybody up. I'm not shiesty. That's not, like, as a person, as a character trait, that's not in me.
It's so many chicks that did shit that they didn't want to do
No.
for the nigga they love.
So you saying niggas forcing them to do it?
It's so many chicks
No such
that
thing
did
as doing
shit
things
for
you don't
niggas that
wanna
didn't
do.
want to do.
Okay, I get what Buck is saying.
Yeah.
But
They didn't want to do it. But the
I
nigga
put it to you
got
like
the,
this: it's
the
either
hole
you
over.
know, it's either you know or you don't know.
You don't
If
know.
you
Right?
know, you know.
I just believe in my heart, never. Any woman, if I deal with you on a certain level, you never.
But guess
and I
what?
feel like as a man,
Plus, I don't keep money in
you-
my house anyway.
But
That's not the point.
Go right
as
the
a
bank.
man, though, if
That's
you
not the
have the
point.
question,
I don't keep money in my house.
first of all, as a man, if you feel that way about a girl, she shouldn't even be in
She
your
shouldn't
house.
even be in your house.
You ain't
Shouldn't even
gotta
be in
feel
your
that
house.
way for it to happen though. This is what y'all not realizing. It's a roll of the dice. Y'all not getting that part.
That's what.
Y'all
That's
not getting
the
that
whole one.
part.
Let's back up because it can go both ways. Women out here getting money too, and there's niggas setting women up. Bitches up too.
Bro,
it
there's
goes
some-
both
it's-
ways.
I heard about the Nicki
and-
Minaj crib shit.
Listen,
and all that. I don't-
and I'm gonna keep it a
It's set
beam
up
with you,
too.
right? I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. It's a lot of women get more money than these niggas out
It
here.
is. It is.
There's women in here that
And
carry
guess
a weight
what?
different
It's
than
sorry
you
ass
niggas.
niggas that will have them lined the fuck up.
Trying to lay on their couches,
It will
trying
not-
to figure out what
Yup,
they got.
leave the-
Y'all
leave-
women got to be careful too.
Leave the
I
window
agree.
unlocked in the back.
'Cause niggas
and
know
have
what's up
somebody
with
come in
y'all.
there
I was school
and
right,
rob
by-
both of y'all.
I was school. I
Niggas
would like to
bait
say.
y'all.
So one,
Yeah.
I believe in if we just met each other, I don't ride with nobody. If we go on a date, I'll meet you there. Tell me where we going.
Some
meet you.
niggas will leave with their pockets too. They'll leave with their pockets, right, to bait you in.
Yeah.
See,
They'll
I
leave
ain't
with
no
their
money on
pockets.
the
That's the
price of
bad
it, so
joint,
it's not
because now
gonna-
You don't
that's-
even know. You won't
That's-
even know I
that's
got
what-
money.
that's what
when
the
I meet
relationship
you.
about.
You won't even know.
But
And
I'm
money
gonna tell
don't
you
impress
this.
You won't
me.
even know.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna say that the whole instance that happened, but it wasn't too far from here, and the chick tried that. She tried to line a nigga up,
Yeah.
and they both got killed. The niggas that she brought in to line the boy up,
It happened.
he wasn't leaving the witnesses around. It killed both of them.
It happened.
So it's like that's a dangerous game.
So when you be
It
seeing
is.
some of these girls that people be like, oh, she was a good person. This happened. I ain't saying
No, I
all of
agree.
them,
Not all of
but a
them.
lot of them situations,
Yeah, girls
she
is
dropped
not
a
just
pin
getting
on a
killed
nigga.
randomly. I agree with that.
this
too.
certified talk, so we gonna keep it certified.
Certified.
We'll keep it
So
certified.
they be dropping pins on niggas and doing all kinds of nut shit. Shit happens. Like if you gonna carry it like a nigga, they gonna treat you like a nigga. If you wanna be in nigga business, you gonna get the nigga treatment.
And that's where I feel like with women, because that's gonna bring me to this. Well, this is still on topic, but even like with females, I have had friends in the past, or even females, just associates, who may openly deal with somebody who told on somebody. And the first thing a girl is quick to say is, "Well, I ain't. That's nigga stuff. I ain't in the streets." But when you
It still
deal with
could
somebody
affect
that
them.
told, you're putting yourself in harm's
Yeah.
way. Beyond just, I just morally just feel it's wrong to tell on somebody. And
Right.
as a man, you told on somebody,
Damn,
I will
Tiff,
have
you still
zero
sturdy.
respect for you. But if I could get past
Let me get
the
a little
point
bit. Let me get
that
a
I
little
will
bit.
have zero
Lord.
respect for
Get a
you
little
that you
bit.
told on somebody,
Where that kind of woman at now?
the next part that I can't get past is
They be on the clubs with these
how I'm
rats.
gonna be around you.
Yeah.
Somebody been and tried to
Yeah.
shoot you, now they done killed me.
But
I'm with you.
that's
The
still,
rats got money, man.
But that- no, no, no,
Women
no.
don't care.
that still
Women
goes.
really don't care. I don't
That
think
still
they
goes
care.
for women that's messing with niggas that's still in the streets too, though. It ain't gotta be a rat, nigga.
No, that
Yeah.
too. That
Ain't a
too.
rat. It like
So now let's
sign
talk
up for it,
about
you
that
sign
too.
up for it.
So the person, the person I deal with now was in the streets, not in the streets. I had somebody I used to deal with before that's still in the streets. They came was like, damn, you had a downgrade. Like you could have got enough of me. It's like that was the approach that they told me. And they
Lean
felt
with
like
they pockets.
because
Niggas,
leave with their
yeah,
pockets because right now
hating.
they not even knowing what this man got. He's not in the streets, but he's doing fine for himself.
right.
Two, I'm doing fine for my own self, so that don't even make a difference.
Right.
However,
Tiff got the bag.
Got the bag.
but what they were saying, what he was saying, he didn't even really understand that I don't, at this age, first of all, I don't want the worryation of if you don't answer your phone, not even worrying about when you deal with somebody in the streets, because I have dealt with people in the streets. The last thing I'm thinking about is a bitch if you don't answer your phone. I gotta wonder if you got kidnapped, did you get killed, is this nigga locked up? That's too much of a
I
headache.
gotta ask you something too, Ted.
Am I going to get kidnapped? Like I don't. At this age, I don't want that. I don't want nobody. In the streets.
You know what a chick told me before? Like, you know, it ain't no secret. When we was outside doing whatever, she said it was fascinating that I carried a gun. She was fascinated that she helped me count one time. I had to, you know, do what I had to do, but she helped me count.
How much was it, Wiz?
I mean, it's old. It's old shit, though.
All right, get into it.
It's old shit. Maybe like 360, 380, some shit like that.
Talk your shit.
But it's junk money.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Junk
you
money.
got to turn it in. You know, 10s, 5s, 20s, shit like that, ones. But you don't even count. You just kick the ones over because the ones is too much to count.
Statute of limitations, y'all.
So you 5s, 10s, 20s and shit. Maybe a few 50s. So it's junk money. You count. She helped me. She's like, oh my God, baby, this is turning me on. But I got like 2 joints. Like, did you lock the door? Because it's a paranoid feeling. Like, you paranoid when you in that life, yo. I never want that life again. I never want to feel like I felt, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I never want that feeling.
Me either.
You rear view. Like, I used to ride with the rear view and she with the gun in my hand, and she used to be like, oh my God, I can't wait to go with you. Like, it used to fascinate her that it was danger.
Yeah.
So what makes y'all feel like that?
And two, you on the front of a t-shirt.
No. Listen, one thing happened, right?
It's fascinating too. You on a t-shirt.
Something happened. I felt like I was getting followed, and I pulled over and was like, I rolled the window down. I'm like, yo, listen, duck.
Right.
And then I'm out the window ready to let it go, but the car went by.
Right.
And she like, this be happening? Sometimes. But you be paranoid,
you
like
know.
You be so paranoid dealing like certain things, like you be like, you know, if you know, you know, like certain niggas know about that part of my life, certain niggas don't know, certain niggas think they know, but my niggas know.
Right.
It's a different thing, man.
But see, this is my thing. This is another thing.
I don't want that life no more.
This is another thing with women, man. How they
wait, Tip ain't answer.
What?
Tip ain't answer.
I have never.
What makes a woman feel fascinated with that man? Because I didn't understand the fascination. In my head, I'm like, yo, it made me stop dealing with her because I'm like, yo, she don't care that she want to get killed. If something happens.
I don't think so. Let me.
Like,
I'm a
weird to me
because I don't think. I think subconsciously, I have always liked a certain type of man. My dad was in the streets. God rest his soul. And subconsciously, like even characters that I put up, like the other day I put up, I love Avon Barksdale, not Wood Harris, but Avon.
The character.
The character. So I think subconsciously, I have, because that's just what you was raised around, and that's like the kind of men growing up that I saw.
Right.
So subconsciously, that was the kind of man that for years and years and years, up until like recent, I'm 40, up until recent years that I have dealt with a certain kind of man. And I don't even think it was more of like I'm excited by the danger because I'm the most scariest person. I tell people all the time, I ain't doing nothing to put me, you don't got to worry about me telling because I'm not doing nothing to put me in position to go to jail. I already know I can't go to jail. I don't want to go. I don't want to do an hour, a minute, a day, nothing.
It turned me off.
Yeah, I haven't been excited by that, but for some women, yeah, that's like they like the lifestyle.
Because you, at a certain point in my life, I used to carry a gun like every day, sometimes 2 guns. And then when like shit was on, it's like you had to come outside a certain time. You got like, you going in the house, you like gun in your hand, key in your hand. You like, this how I used to open the door, like this, backwards. Like I had it to a science. You like, my key in the door, like. But who wants to live like that?
Who wants to live like that? There's no.
I don't never want that life, man. It was dangerous. And then you start seeing, especially when it's on and people dying and, man, going to jail. You like, man.
And even jail, like jail is not even, I can't imagine what jail is on the person that's in jail. But of coming from a relationship where I dealt with somebody that was in jail for 10 years, like in a 10-year prison relationship, like the toll of going back and forth to jail, to the prison to see somebody every week. stuff happening, like things happened in my life where I might have needed that person to be there. They're not even physically here to be.
Right.
You gotta bring kids to see somebody like this. That's the flip side that people don't think of. It's all good when the money rolling. It sounds good.
And that's what I be thinking. Like, maybe they fascinated because, you know, you're a gentleman, so it's like, go ahead, get what you want, baby. So they get that, they get those perks. So I used to think like, man, she just around because she know how I'm carrying it, and she just wants shit. So she know I'm gonna buy this and do that, and we gonna go places, we gonna do things. So I'm thinking like maybe she's just dealing with this traumatizing shit, and it's dangerous. Like it's really dangerous. Like to deal with a person.
But I think it's PTSD.
It's
we
y'all
living
don't
in
know.
trauma. I don't feel like a lot of people
I
even
know I
realize
got
that they're in
PTSD.
trauma. Like even females that are in those kind of relationships, they don't even. I don't think we even have been bred to realize that it's trauma.
I know I got PTSD.
I have friends that have been kidnapped
Yeah.
over their boyfriends. Like, and it's still to this day, it's still dating somebody in the street. What time to get kidnapped? That's
wicked.
it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm
But
going
that's,
to the
that's
whole
what I
other
mean
side.
about chicks is different. They like, you know how many chicks it is out here that date somebody just because they get into a bag. They don't give a fuck what they look
yeah.
like. They're not even
Today,
attracted.
that's the common thing.
They're not even attracted to. How can you have sex with somebody you're not even attracted to?
First of all, not even how can you have sex? And it might just be me. I can't even have, if I don't like you, everything about you is going to irritate me. You are not going to even be in my presence because you're going to get on my nerves. So I can't even get past that part
that's
to get
because
to
you
the
got
money.
your own bag too.
That's
no,
why.
I'm saying
But
even if
the-
I didn't, I ain't always. Well,
Tiff, you've
Yeah.
been carrying it for a long
Yeah,
time.
long time.
For a long
Say no.
time.
But we
Like,
talking about the chicks that's like, you got I mean, we
but
gonna,
some girls,
we ain't gonna throw little homie like he ain't anything, but he had chicks that fuck A-Town. Just cause he had a limelight, just likes. I mean, followers
yeah,
and
it's not
shit.
even
and
about
bad,
money.
he hit bad Jones on camera. Like
This
joints
is-
that look like something.
This
on
is
camera.
what I'm saying.
On camera though.
And I know other chicks that just fucking anybody that look like anything just because they got a couple out.
So
but you have to dig
think
into
money
the
ruin women
background.
now?
Now, I'm not going to say that, but we had a conversation. Me and a friend of mine the other day had a conversation about women being in a place of survival, like of doing things that they had to do versus doing things that just because you might want to do it. And I feel like some women come from a place of doing things to survive, and even once they survive, can't get out of that survival mode.
But that's
Like
why,
imagine not having, and you gotta your mama on drugs, your dad locked up,
But that-
you got a little sister you gotta feed, so you out here fucking 90 going north. You
that might
gotta
come.
bring the money home.
I might come from ego and shit like that because there's always something a chick can do to get money besides fucking.
But some girls,
We
you saying that from your right place of mind, but you gotta. We have to.
The easiest way out.
No.
Easiest
Two, we
way
have
out.
to
We gonna say that.
examine the black household and the household. Like, what was your upbringing? Because if you wasn't taught that you could do, if that's all you seen around you, wasn't taught that you could do other things, you might really not think it's other shit that you could do.
Wow.
Honestly, we gonna flip it on this flip side of guys that I know that been in the street forever. I always say a man is as strong as the woman that's next to him.
Exactly.
'Cause guys that I see that stay in the street, that's because you don't got the right woman with you. Any nigga I dealt with in the street, I'm trying to legitimize your. We talking about how to legitimize your money. Yeah, the money is good, but I know it's gonna run out. So how we gonna take this money, flip this money, and make this money legitimate?
If you can't help me in that aspect, right? There's no need for me to deal with you.
Right.
There's no need. If I'm getting this money and you don't have one idea, not one.
Besides
All you
spending
know
it.
is how to spend this money.
Birkin bag.
You have no idea. Like, come on, man. I don't want you.
Right.
Period. I don't want you. Because the end game, I treat it like, I watch a lot of mafia movies, right? And
Godfather is my favorite.
they sold drugs, they sold liquor, they sold whatever else, women, whatever else they could do to make this money. Everything was illegal, but they had an end game. The end game was, we're only doing this to legitimize ourselves. And most of them became started owning Fortune 500 companies.
Yep.
Right.
You feel me?
Shit, most of them own AC in Vegas.
I mean,
Kennedys,
let's be honest.
The Kennedys, the Rockefellers.
Selling
they were all
drugs is a
bootleggers.
skill. That's a
What?
That's a You are a CEO of Fortune 500. That's a skill. If you could do that, you really could do fucking some shit.
Well, let's be
Yeah.
honest. Miami was built from drug dealing.
Yeah.
We go, you know what I mean? So we gotta get into that. That's real shit. Like
It is.
the economy was built up off of drug dealing.
Without drug money, the economy doesn't flow.
It doesn't.
Anyway,
And that's why they let it in.
today's episode of Certified Talk was brought to you by Belargo. You see, y'all gonna see me with a different joint on every week, right? A different print joint. Like
she be slagging.
she gonna she gonna be
Racist
loaded.
guy.
It's also brought to you by Love Cafe, 1919 West Hunter Park.
Yes.
Where's the store at, Tiff? The Belargo store.
1344 North 26th Street.
Also brought to you by BGB. Tell them where's that, Blizzy.
Everywhere, worldwide.
Worldwide, baby.
The Business Credit Geeks, they got me right.
Damn.
My credit was shot to shit, and they still building my business credit and doing all those things for me right now. They got me right. You know what I'm
Credit is
saying?
king,
I'm
everyone.
becoming bulletproof as we speak. You know, I always got to a bag, but having that bag without your credit doesn't mean anything.
Right.
So now I'm making myself bulletproof, so I ain't got to spend my own money. I can do what the other people do and spend the other people money. So we here, this Certified Talk. This your boy Wizgamb.
Your girl, Miss Belargo.
King Jones 80. And I like to say it's also brought to you by these nuts.
But wait, everyone. So we just started our social media, trying to get our followings up. Make sure everyone goes to Instagram and follow us at Certified Talk, the podcast.
Yeah, we see y'all next week.
Later.
Ciao.
Hoffa.